Hello. Welcome to the Jesse
and Angela
Love Show.
Well,
guess what's happening in our town? We're doing pretty good here in the nightlife of Miami.
Yeah, late night life.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We wanted to come out earlier, but we had some things we had to take care of, so we still came out, and we're gonna still do what we need to do for the Lord. So, but we're glad that you're able to come and follow with us and listen to some things that we just heard,
yes.
and maybe you have also have heard.
Mm-hmm. One of the topics, or one of the things that the current events that we're dealing with now is the hey, what about the FBI and the New York police detectives? They have they nabbed this suspected attempt to try to bomb the New York Square.
Yeah.
Well, he has been arrested. And guess what? He is. You want a shocker? He's a U.S. citizen.
Oh,
but it noted that he's a national U.S. citizen. He's still a U.S. citizen.
Yeah. And then also he spent 5 months in his native Pakistan. He has a wife. He's 30 years old, and they happened to arrest him at the Kennedy airport in New York.
Right.
And late Monday night or late Monday in New York. So they saying that he said that he acted alone, according to the police officers that have questioned him, so in the FBI as well. So they're saying that he acted alone, but they're going to work very hard to try to find out if there was anyone else
that's right
that was part of it, because they believe that he did not act alone. So they're going to investigate more. Right,
they're going to investigate more. See, that's what I'm saying. We got some great law enforcers, federal law enforcers, as well as city law enforcers, state law enforcers. I'm not in chronicle order, but it's obviously they keeping an eye on New York. They keeping an eye on our states, because things will happen.
Exactly.
And we're glad that they have somebody to question, because they wouldn't arrest him if he wasn't trying to get out of here.
Exactly. And not only that, what I have a real big beef about is that if you're a U.S. citizen and you became a U.S. citizen because you want to be able to have the freedom to do what you need to do and what you want to do, where you have the freedom of speech and all these other things, which is good. But what I have my big beef is about is, why are you here in our country? You try and destroy it. If you don't want to be here, don't be a national citizen.
Nationalized citizen, right.
Don't do it. Don't be
US
up here
citizen.
taking up our Medicaid, Medicare, our Social Security, our jobs. Don't take none. Don't even try to get your own business if you're going to sit up here and plot to destroy the United States, because you're working for an evil Hitler Part 2? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You need to stay home. Stay back in your country. Let us live how we've been living, and then you can do whatever you need to do. But leave us alone.
We almost think that some people just come to be a nationalized U.S. citizen. Some. It's just that low percent, I'm sure. And the ones those that come in like that is probably our enemy in the beginning. And they don't plan to do anybody harm. Remember that in New York, you have people from all walks of life, including good U.S. nationalized Pakistani people.
Right.
He doesn't count for the good people.
No.
He counts for those that are on the low. He counts for those that have no intentions to do well in this country.
And it's sad. It's
yeah,
sad.
it's just
sad.
You know what I mean. You're surprised. So when I saw U.S. citizen, I said, "What?"
Yeah.
That's why I suspected that it probably was a U.S. citizen. But he's a nationalized U.S. citizen. Well, he's still a U.S. citizen, even though he wasn't born in this country.
Right.
That's what it's basically saying.
But it's still not right.
It's not right. There's a lot of people that are nationalized and very good people in New York.
because
And a lot of Pakistanians are really good people.
Right, they are,
and it's just one that can make others, question: do we have any more in New York City and other parts of the United States?
Of course,
Rito. Are we naive?
Of course.
No, if we were naive, we wouldn't have the FBI, we wouldn't even have the home security thing, we wouldn't have state police law enforcement, we wouldn't have people that peeping out and keeping an eye on what's going on in the United States.
Exactly.
Who's in here? What are their plans? Are they planning to do good or bad to us? We have to question that.
Yeah, that's why we need to continue on to pray.
That's right.
Our country, because obviously we under serious attacks, and it's going to continue to be that way no matter who's the president. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, or what nationality you are, who you are, but it's just not right. It's just not right for these people who, there are some who've been here most of their lives, became a citizen, or was born as a native of this country that became a citizen, and they want the best for their families, but at the same token they don't need somebody else to drag them down or drag the United States down and saying, well, you can't even control your own people. That's what the other country's going to say. You can't control your own people. Look at them, they trying to destroy your own country.
Yeah, but they're from another country.
No, but they're citizen too.
But they're a citizen of the United States, just like if we became a citizen of another place. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be going there to destroy them. I'd be going there to live the best life that I can. But when you brainwash to do things to another country or whatever, people are brainwashed. Yes. When you brainwash, you've been taught to do certain things from birth to destroy and say that, those are your enemies and all that. And we're not your enemies.
Oh, no.
We're not Pakistanians standing in enemies. We're not their enemies.
No.
We can be as friendly as you can be to us. You can be my neighbor. I'm fine. I have no problem with it. As long as you ain't trying to come and break into my house and everything else, or harm any of my family member, we're good.
Exactly.
You can worship your God or whatever. You can go and bow down. You can have a mat or a rug or whatever and bow down all you want to.
But just don't come and destroy our country.
Don't come. What she's saying is right. She said it in a different way than I do, but it means the same thing. She's straight out, and I'm straight too, but it's in another way.
He does it another way.
Yeah, so which is okay, because I know everybody doesn't come to destroy this country.
No.
But do we have that percentage that are already brainwashed and been trained to find a way to scare United States citizens?
Right.
And we shouldn't be afraid. A lot of things that went on in this country that happened to us, our people, or people meaning the people of the United States and everything, regardless of your color of your skin or whatever.
Right.
Things have happened.
Exactly.
And we have made it through it. And we shouldn't be afraid. Continue to go to New York. Continue to go to New York. Because if I was, I would have liked to been in New York right now. You know what I mean? Because it's changing and the weather's going to change and everything else. And it's going to be really nice on Times Square and everything. I would love to do the Jesse and the Angela Love show on Times Square.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'll be great.
You gotta have everybody be walking around like, what's going on here? Oh.
Yeah, I would love to do it on there.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So, so we understand that they grabbed him as a suspect, so we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen there.